1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum and a happy new year to all those tuned into our broadcast. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister performing the groundbreaking of $100 million automobile manufacturing and assembly unit in Islamabad today said the new year will be the year of economic growth in the country. The Minister for Finance has emphasized the importance of reviewing the existing pay and pension mechanism in order to have a financially viable solution for government employees' problems. The Minister for Communications has asked the opposition to use the forum of the Parliament for solving issues of the people instead of protecting its own interests. The Foreign Office spokesperson says Pakistan wants good relations with all its neighbours, but irresponsible actions and statements from India are imperiling the regional peace and security. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, a complete shutdown was observed today to condemn the killing of innocent youth by the Indian troops in fake encounters. In Congo, 25 people have been killed in an attack by the Allied Democratic Forces militia in Beni territory. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan performed the groundbreaking of $100 million automobile manufacturing and assembly unit in Islamabad today, which besides the regular models would also produce electric vehicles. A Chinese motor company, MG Motors, will invest and start local production of these vehicles in Pakistan by the middle of this year. Addressing the groundbreaking ceremony, the Prime Minister said China is Pakistan's biggest ally in industrialization and is supporting the country in achieving its goals of economic prosperity through industrial development. He said Pakistan could learn a great deal from China as its economic model best suits the country. Imran Khan said the present government is in consultation with the Chinese government on ways to enhance exports. He said Pakistan is also working with China in agriculture, particularly seed development and productivity increase. The Prime Minister said the new year 2021 would be the year of economic growth, wherein Pakistan would flourish while benefiting from its experiences in confronting various challenges. He said the new year would also witness business-friendly policies and incentives for industries for wealth creation and ending of poverty. Meanwhile, in a series of tweets today, the Prime Minister Imran Khan said the government is moving forward to make Pakistan a welfare state. He said his government's New Year resolution is to complete 2 projects, including the universal health coverage to all our citizens and Koi Bhuka Na Soye. Imran Khan said the universal health coverage to all our citizens project has already been started in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and will soon be launched in the Punjab and Gilgit-Baltistan. He said we hope other provinces will replicate this program. The Prime Minister said Koi Bhuka Na Soye is an ambitious nationwide project that will be started under the SR's program. He said by the end of the year, these 2 projects will move us closer to the goal of making Pakistan a welfare state. The Minister for Finance and Revenue, Dr. Abdul Hafiz Sheikh, has emphasized the importance of reviewing the existing pay and pension mechanism, allowances, perks, and possibilities of monetization in order to have a financially viable solution for government employees' problems. He was talking to the Chairperson Pay and Pension Commission, Nargis Sethi, who called on him in Islamabad today. Nargis Sethi briefed the Finance Minister about the working of Pay and Pension Commission to resolve the issue of burgeoning expenditure as pensions on the government exchequer as well as anomalies in pay and pension structure. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says the government is ready for dialogue with the opposition at the forum of the Parliament on national issues but not on the ongoing accountability process. Talking to the media at the Parliament House today, he said Prime Minister Imran Khan has made it clear time and again that no NRO will be given to the corrupt elements. The Foreign Minister, however, said we are political people and believe in political process and dialogue. The Minister for Communications, Murad Saeed, has asked the opposition to use the forum of the Parliament for resolving issues of the people instead of protecting their own interests. Speaking on a motion moved by the opposition members in the Senate today, he said Prime Minister Imran Khan has made it clear that he will never give NRO to those who looted the national exchequer. In his remarks, the leader of the House, Senator Shehzad Wasim, said the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government believes in across-the-board accountability. This is Radio Pakistan. The Foreign Office spokesperson Zahid Hafiz Chaudhry says Pakistan wants to have good relations with all its neighbours, but irresponsible actions and statements from India are imperiling the regional peace and security. Responding to a question during his weekly news briefing in Islamabad today, he said New Delhi's acts, especially in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, should immediately be addressed. The spokesperson said India needs to create an enabling environment for a meaningful engagement. He said regional peace and security will remain at stake till India does not refrain from taking illegal, inhumane and unjustified actions. Zahid Hafiz Chaudhry said Pakistan will take every possible measure for the welfare of the people of the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and to safeguard their interests. He said India deliberately targets the civilian populated areas and commits unprovoked ceasefire violations along the line of control. He said Pakistan has always taken utmost caution to avoid collateral damage while responding to the Indian provocations. Pakistan and India today exchanged lists of their nuclear installations and facilities. In a statement, the Foreign Office spokesperson Zahid Hafiz Chaudhry said the list of nuclear installations and facilities in Pakistan was officially handed over to a representative of the Indian High Commission at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. He said the Indian Ministry of External Affairs in New Delhi handed over the list of Indian nuclear installations and facilities to a representative of the Pakistan High Commission. Pakistan also shared with India a list of 319 Indian prisoners in Pakistan, including 49 civilians and 270 fishermen prisoners. According to a Foreign Office spokesperson, the list was shared with the Indian High Commission in Islamabad today. This step is consistent with the provisions of the Consular Access Agreement between Pakistan and India, signed on 21st of May 2008. The Indian government also simultaneously shared the list of 340 Pakistani prisoners in India, including 263 civilians and 77 fishermen, with the High Commission for Pakistan, New Delhi. Pakistan has urged the United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres to ask India to drop the fabricated charges against the leader of the Kashmiri organization, Dukhtarani-Millat Asian Darabi, and to provide her complete legal protection. In a letter to the United Nations chief, Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations, Munir Akram, said India's systemic crackdown of the legitimate and indigenous freedom movement in Kashmir cannot be given a free pass. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, a complete shutdown was observed in Srinagar and other areas today to condemn the killing of innocent youth by the Indian troops in fake encounters. The call for the shutdown was given by the All Parties Hurriyat Conference and was supported by the Hurriyat organizations including Jammu and Kashmir Democratic Freedom Party and Jammu and Kashmir People's League. Shops and business establishments were shut in Srinagar, Pulwama, Shupaiya, Islamabad, Anantnag and other areas of the occupied territory against the killings. In Congo, 25 people have been killed in an attack by the Allied Democratic Forces militia in the Beni territory. According to the administrator of the Beni territory, the army was chasing the ADF fighters when they found the dead bodies. And finally, the weather. Cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while very cold conditions will prevail in Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, North Balochistan, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan during the next 12 hours. Dense fog is likely to prevail in the plain areas of the Punjab and Upper Sindh. Frost is likely to occur in the few plain areas of the Punjab during morning hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.